Hey, welcome to another edition of the Smashwhammy podcast. I
Oh
know
god.
this is impromptu, but
Um,
but we're going to talk about the Family Feud Live that just happened yesterday, and I have
Okay.
some members of my Discord community with me. Say hello, guys,
oh,
Hello,
everyone.
guys.
and don't
Hello.
worry, I won't keep the video of this from the recording on the screen, but rather visual aids for our home viewers. Those on YouTube. So, what is there you guys want to know about the Family Feud Live?
Yeah. Um.
Hmm. Does the game board is the same thing on the one on TV?
Yeah, they use a graphic for the with the Steve Harvey era board.
Oh, okay.
They changed that. I know they used something similar to Ray Combs back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. They did the hell out of it, to be honest.
Yeah,
Sometimes they just profit off the classic sets. Just put a projector on, just grab the presentation software, zoom in on the board.
right.
That's
But
all the.
now they have a full thing for Steve Harvey's version.
Next thing you know, they actually replicate that very well.
Right.
Still host on the on the Family Feud Live.
Alonzo Bowden, who won the third season of Last Comic Standing.
Oh, okay.
And if you know your American Idol history, you might recognize this name as the announcer,
Uh,
Brian Dunkelman.
Oh, he was he did the season 1 of the American Idol.
Yeah, and then they let him go and kept Brian Seacrest, and you know the rest is history there.
Yeah.
well, topic, but we used to have
Did
an
you?
American Idol in Disney's Hollywood Studios, which was originally MGM Studios.
Yeah, I heard they did that there. A local person, anyway.
They,
Did you see The Price is Right live?
Yeah, I did that a couple months ago.
they also did a Wheel of Fortune in Disney World. I think that was in the '90s.
Yeah, I remember seeing something about that.
They used to have the episodes on YouTube, but I think they're probably like gone for now. But they probably be uploaded back on Vimeo or Dailymotion.
Oh yeah, the actual saw. I thought you meant a local, a live person, like what I went to. But I remember what you mean now. And I'm sure they're on Daily Motion, or some of them are. Anyways, as for the gameplay, we drew names from a box. Everyone was entered. Anyone who registered was entered to win, and we played to 200 points instead of 300 to fit in more games play and more time and more people. But
I guess
yeah,
300 too because of the time constraints, right?
right. Plus, we played 2 full games to 200. Plus, we pulled people from the audience to play Fast Money and the Bullseye game somewhat for the home game.
Did you have a chance to play?
Sadly, not this time. Did on the
Oh.
Price is Right live, but not here.
Oh, well, let's just say
And I was
maybe
near Brian Dunkelman at one point, and let me say that. He went behind the aisle I was in when he was on his way to the middle of the audience.
It is kind of crazy how American Idol is still going on today, even after Fox canceled it.
I know.
I know because when ABC they want to buy that show American Idol, they switched over from Fox to ABC now.
I know.
Ratings tanked on ABC.
Yeah, but it's American Idol. It's old news.
It'll probably be
Yeah.
like a network switch or something. Sometimes it'll be on NBC, sometimes it'll be on Fox, ABC, etc., etc.
Like take Last Man Standing for example. It got
Exactly.
canceled on ABC. It got canceled on ABC, but Fox brought it back.
Right. And let me warn the viewing audience that we sometimes get sidetracked.
Oh, right. We're talking about Feud Live. I'm sorry.
But that's okay. That's why I was warning the audience in advance.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not in advance now, but yeah. We're doing this on the fly, as you can probably tell. But
So tell us
during
more about Feud
before
Live.
one of the face-offs, Joe, what's his face from Bachelor in Paradise, and Kathy Wrigley, who was in the Olympics and played Peter Pan at one point. Well, actually, just Joe. It was the two of them at the face-off podium, but Joe pulled out his phone and did a live Instagram thing.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Alonzo Bowden, and I'm here with Grocery Store Joe. He's a beautiful man who has a hard time focusing on the task at hand.
All right, let's do
But
it.
he wins.
Okay, you guys ready?
Ooh.
Ooh.
And of course, Alonso went on to say that during this thing, he was being distracted by his own social media, so to speak. That Joe was. And I'll put up this small clip of that from said social media.
Okay.
I was just checking my stuff. But yeah, I'm easily
just trying to
distracted.
Just trying to keep you moving. Dead air is horrible.
I
I'm just
know.
trying to keep-
Dang it. These feud announcers, they always try to get distracted by social media.
We're actually talking about one of the contestants, one of the celebrities involved.
Who was one of the celebrities?
Grocery Store Joe.
Grocery Store Joe.
I can't pronounce his last name, but from the Bachelor in Paradise. One of those
I don't
shows.
watch The Bachelor.
Yeah,
I don't
me
watch The
neither.
Bachelor. That's
I
garbage.
only knew it because of what they were promoting.
I only watch Big Brother. So
Right.
Oh, and speaking of that, Big Brother's going to be back on. New season's coming up later this month.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's summer. It's summer. Yep, it's gonna come.
It's
in a
another
couple of
summer, that's for sure.
weeks. Yeah.
As
Grocery
for
item.
the prizes on the live, winning the main
Grocery
game
item.
will earn you would have earned the team $500 to be split four
Wow.
ways. And then after that, and when a member of the audience got picked to play Fast Money with one of the celebrities for a chance to win $250.
$250. That's pretty good money.
Yeah,
That's pretty good for a live show.
right. And during downtime, Brian Dunkman went to the audience and asked some people questions, looking for the top answer only, a la the bullseye on the modern sudden death scenario.
Mash, can you say that again? You kind of dropped out.
I'm sorry. I was saying that Brian Dunkman sometimes went to the audience to ask a question to one person or two, using just the top answer to literally play for the home game.
Oh.
They actually have the box of the current home game with them as prizes.
Oh, the home game of Family Feud, right?
Right. An interesting story. I met someone who I took a liking to at Double Dare Live in Charlotte last year. And I bumped into him during Family Feud Live. And they chose him to be one of those people to play for the home game.
Uh-huh.
But you didn't win the home game,
No,
right?
didn't get picked for anything.
Ah.
Ooh.
Also, the losing family or team, should I say, also got copies of the home game.
Everybody got a copy of the home game?
Well, those who got on stage and lost.
Did anybody in the audience get anything?
Yeah, that's what I meant. During downtime, they went to the audience and did some one answer questions for the home game, but also the two team captains had names with them with members of the audience for Amazon gift cards.
Oh, Amazon gift cards.
And I didn't win anything this time.
I thought you were gonna win one of the prizes at Smash.
Yeah, I must have had my luck last time during Price Live, when I got called to come on down and bid on Coach accessories, only to lose by being over by 150.
Oh.
Good to play Plinko. But yeah.
There should be a pressure luck line.
Especially with the new version.
I thought so too.
I doubt they would probably do it because of how many projectors they might have to use and how much of the panels they might have to rip.
Or how cheap the board would be compared to normal.
It's probably gonna be like the German pressure luck.
You know, speaking of
a few whammies or with a few directions.
You know, speaking of pressure luck, I suggested in the game show garbage server yesterday that there should be a pressure luck playing robot from IBM. You know, like Watson.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
And I was gonna press the buzzer.
True. Of course, you probably would screw him over, or it over, should I say, by having it being completely random.
You would either probably memorize a random pattern or probably be like a large.
Right. Anyways. Also, one moment. Here's a sample question from the actual game we played.
Okay.
Name something Kermit says Miss Piggy does like a pig.
Oh my god, this question.
It wasn't the number one answer, by the way. I couldn't remember all the answers, but one they couldn't get was that she smells like a pig. Wait, they did get that she smells like a pig. They couldn't get that she looks like a pig. Because he is a pig.
Oh, yeah.
But each was the number one answer by a long shot.
Youch.
And also, one of the fast money rounds didn't even get close, while the other made it on the third question of the second pass. Made it to the 200 needed for the money. Also, they had a big money challenge for up to $5,000. But what you had to do first was pick, well, they asked you the question and gave you 10 answers, but you had to pick which 5 from the 10 ended up being the 5 top survey answers. And if you get that flawlessly, you get $500. If you missed once, you get $250, and then twice $100, and then the person who got picked missed 3 times, ended up getting $50, and then you had to put those 5 answers in order from number 1 answer to number 5 answer to multiply that by 10 for up to 5,000.
Wow.
Of course, he missed that too, so they just gave her $100 for the heck of it. Yeah. And the answer was, what do you do on an unexpected day off?
I would say you watch TV all day.
I was gonna say, I know one of the answers was sleep and then relax. And then go shopping and go to the beach. Might have been up there.
Yeah.
But yeah, they didn't make it. Sorry for the data, I was just talking to someone. But yeah, that was hard. That last thing they did for the 5,000.
Yep.
Mm. This was at a casino, right?
No, it was at Ovens Auditorium
Oh.
in Charlotte.
It must
Usually,
have
usually Fremantle does their live shows at casinos.
Sometimes they are at casinos, but I don't think Charlotte has one.
Oh, you live in Charlotte.
Well, I live near it.
Oh.
I'm not saying exactly where in the state I live because don't want anyone stalking me.
No, I'm not a stalker.
I
Honestly,
know,
I'm
I'm
not.
just saying I don't want anything like that to happen.
Yeah. I usually split my time between Chicago and Dallas.
Right. Anyway, during the pre-show, they'd ask some questions on a big screen.
Yeah?
And some trivia, including the Hatfield and McCoy thing, which Dawson did one time on the show, where they had descendants of the Hatfields and the McCoys from that famous feud as players on the show for an entire week. And not to mention, they mentioned some of the international versions of the show on that pre-show slideshow.
Huh.
And also, you probably could guess what I was watching on the way there.
But
Classic Feud via Amazon Prime.
Nice.
oh,
Thanks, Buzzer.
Yeah.
Thank you, Buzzer. You're a real good man.
You're better than Games on Network right now, but let's not talk about that.
We never talk about Game Show Network.
Yeah, unless
Yeah,
you want
true.
to talk about Steve Harvey Family Feud, which is ironic, considering
What
what
the hell happened to GSN anyway?
His own
Steve Harvey Family Feud.
Steve Harvey and the Feud. It's not Family Feud anymore. It's the Feud.
Yeah, because
Buzzer beats GSN by leaps and bounds these days.
yeah, it's showing different stuff instead of the same thing over and over.
It's basically what GSN used to be.
I know.
Buzzer is the anti-GSN in a way because they actually aired like classic programs and actual restored. I
Right.
might.
And
Yeah.
on a side note, later this month we'll have more Cullen Prices Right.
Bill Cullen? Yeah.
Yeah. Just that let that be out there.
I don't think they ever aired the 1975 pilot for Feud.
I don't think they did either, or as we see it in better quality.
It's sad how we actually only get glimpses of it in like promos and that one Game Show marathon episode, probably the
Right.
final.
You know, while we're talking about Family Feud, I just saw a promo on Channel 7 here in Chicago, but that Celebrity Family Feud is coming on Sunday. And
yes, I hear that. I hear that. It's coming up, and it's coming up.
Right.
and I remember the first edition with Al Roker on NBC.
Yeah, that sucked. And I'm not just talking about Welker either.
We never talk about Louis Anderson.
Yeah, he just grew bored.
What was so bad about Louis?
Louis was the Drew Carey in the 90s.
But yeah, they also changed the rules of the game somewhat during the Louis Anderson run.
They also changed it during like Karn era, which introduced sudden.
Yeah, but they brought back the run to 300 in the Karn run.
Mhm.
Of course, those who know their Feud history knows that in the very beginning they also ran to 200, which is like what we did in Feud Live yesterday.
It was pretty easy to get 200 points because of the double value.
Right.
Yeah.
Back then it was 3 simple questions and then one, and then the last one was the ultimate one, which was the double.
Right. Of course, they raised to the 300, and
And
I
then
believe we did single, single, double, and then triple.
and then they made like a 400, so it made the single, single, double, triple.
I mean, that's how we did it on the Family Feud Live. Was single, single, double, and then triple.
Yeah.
And when
How did
Fast
Sam
Money was
work?
won, Kathy Rick get a cartwheel or something of the sort on stage.
Did you get any
She
sudden
took her
death
heels
situation?
off though.
Did you get any just sudden death situations in Feud Live?
No. Plus, we had 200 points to go to instead of 300
Hmm.
because of time constraints and wanted to get more people in.
Yeah. How long did each game take?
Each game took around 30 minutes, I think. Each main game, anyway.
It was like
20.
the hour-long feud from Dawson.
Right. Or the. Well, yeah, you do have a point there.
Yeah,
Oddly enough,
because
they did play the 94 music during the show
yeah,
when there was just an audience members.
it's weird because they never. I don't think they ever did like the 1994 set. Probably because it was too simple for them.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't around in '94, so I wouldn't
Plus,
know
who
what that.
remembers the 94 version in the general public? I was just putting that out there. Not
Well, I
in the
wasn't
GameStop
around in
community,
'94.
just the general population.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, while we're on the subject of Family Feud, what would happen if in the Steve Harvey era if somebody hit 200 on Fast Money on the first one?
It wouldn't happen. They arranged it on purpose to not have it happen. It seems like
Yeah, this.
like they don't have big number one answers like they used to.
Yeah, despite the fact they added like during the Dawson area.
It happened twice during the Combs era.
Yeah, and of course, you know what he did? He asked fake questions to the second player.
Yeah, I've seen both videos of that. I just want
Right.
Steve to do that one time. At least one time.
And then they changed things up on how they did it, pretty much, so it couldn't happen. Anything else you want to know as we toss to viewer questions?
I think we've pretty much covered all the bases.
Yeah, I think so too. But yeah, this is the third time I went to Owens Auditorium in less than a year, to be honest. Double Dare, then Price is Right, and now Family Feud.
Have you seen any other live game shows besides Feud Live?
Yeah, just like I mentioned, I went to the Double Dare Live in October. And then this past April, there was Price is Right Live where I did get picked.
What game did you play on Price Live?
I just got to Contestants Row. Didn't win my way up on stage.
Oh, you didn't bid right.
Right, I was over by $150.
What was the item?
Coach accessories.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I could have played Plinko.
Yeah.
You would have been so goddamn lucky. You would have been a legend.
Yeah, I could have been a legend around these parts had I got to play Plinko.
It's weird how everybody treats you like
Who hosted the episode of Price Live?
What?
Who hosted your episode of Price Live?
Todd Newton from Whammy Beyond New Press Your Luck.
Ah, yeah.
And
He
the DVD.
He seems to be settling down recently, Todd Newton. I haven't seen him in much game shows.
Yeah, he's probably busy with this and other stuff.
Probably gonna retire soon.
Yeah, plus I think he's opening a tattoo shop.
Hmm.
I remember seeing that on his Instagram page. But yeah. And I could have played for an audience member too if I gotten up on stage on prize.
What games did they have at your show?
What?
What games did they play at your show?
We had Cliffhangers, Checkout, Plinko, Punch-a-Bunch, which had a wheelchair-bound player play on for Punch-a-Bunch.
Hmm.
Did I mention any number? Or no? I forgot if I did. Sometimes I rattle things off and forget what I said. But yeah, that's just being human. Anyways, I'd like to thank my guests here.
Thank you.
Thanks.
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 And I'll sign off for now, but stay tuned. I might do other stuff on another video later.
Maybe.
Video?
I don't know, I'm just trying to keep people tuned in to a channel that doesn't exist, except on YouTube.
Another. Oh,
Just trying to be like the big leagues. Anyway, until next time on this podcast, I'll talk to you guys later, both here and on YouTube. Bye.
Okay.
video.
Ew.
And we're done.